Moving on, the third case is going to be presented by Dr. Karthik Vasudevan.
Yeah, good afternoon. I thank Dr. Srinivas Kumar for giving me this opportunity to present this challenging case. This is a 50-year-old gentleman presented with a history of chest pain of 1 hour duration. He did have on and off chest pain for the past 1 week, but it became worse since the day of presentation. And he had T-wave inversions in the anterior leads on the ECG with a drop elevation and diagnosed to have a non-ST elevation MI. Risk factors were hypertension, dyslipidemia, and smoking. Hemodynamically was stable, and he was taken up for angiogram. It's not playing here. Okay, this is the ariocaudal view, shows an ectatic LAD with a tight 90% lesion. The circumflex is essentially normal with some minor plaques. This is the cranial view showing a tight lesion. Caudal view again showing an ectatic proximal segment and a tight 90% lesion. Even the ostium has got about 50% narrowing. And this is the right coronary artery which has got a complex lesion. The proximal about 70-80%, and also there's a huge aneurysm. Just proximal to the aneurysm, there's a 90% lesion. Again, in the mid segment, you have about 80 to 90% lesion. And just to show the 90% lesion, this is a caudal view showing the 90% lesion from before the aneurysm, just to separate the both. So at this juncture, because of the complex anatomy, we offered him surgery, because one is the ectasia involved in the LAD, huge 5 millimeter ectasia after the lesion, and also a huge aneurysm in the RCA. So he was not willing for bypass. He was a young guy, and he said he wanted angioplasty. So what we did is we decided to go ahead with the angioplasty. And in fact, we staged it. We didn't have those 5 millimeter size stents. So we ordered them, and we did the procedure the next day. So first we took up the RCA. So we dilated both the proximal and mid lesions. Then here, after the dilatation, we decided there are two options. One is to go with a stent graft, and the other one was M-guard stent. There are some case reports of late. They used M-guard stent to close the aneurysms. So we chose M-guard. We had the M-guard on our shelf. So we used a 4 into 34 M-guard, positioned it, covering both the mid lesion as well as the proximal aneurysm. Deployed the M-guard stent, and yeah, the flow was reduced. So the proximal part, we thought of putting another M-guard, but there was a large conal branch coming there. So obviously, if you put an M-guard, the conal branch will get shut off. So we decided to put a drug-eluting stent. We took a 4 into 28 promos. I took a little bit longer length because I wanted to oppose the aneurysm, make a double layer there. So after that, yeah, this is the result. We got nice result. And we just post-dilated with a 4.5. We thought it's 4.5 vessel, a 4.5 NC balloon, and the aneurysm is almost occluded. We waited for about 10 minutes on the table, then took a final shot, and the aneurysm is almost gone. So we achieved an excellent result on the right side. Then went to the left side, pre-dilated with a 3.5 millimeter NC balloon, and then this is a 5 into 16 millimeter Titan bare metal stent. We don't have 5 millimeter in drug-eluting, so we used a Titan stent. So after dilatation, that's the result. When you took the check shoot in the ariocaudal, that's pre-dilatation. After the post-dilatation, when we took a check shoot in the ariocaudal, the ostium was looking a little bit suspicious. There was, on the upper part, looked like there was a slight dissection, and lower part, it was not looking good, and we were not comfortable to leave this So we had another 5 by 13, so we deployed the 5 by 13 stent just overlapping the first one. Then post-dilated with a 5.5 millimeter NC balloon and got an excellent result there. So this guy is doing fine, and we have got a 4-month clinical follow-up, and he's asymptomatic. The reason for presenting this case is that there are few reported cases of coronary aneurysm successfully treated with an M-Guard stent. Usually they have used a Graftmaster or a covered stent. With an M-Guard, there are very few case reports. And multivessel stenting has become an option even in difficult anatomical subsets, be it aneurysm, ectasia, calcium, left main, complex bifurcation. Now with the availability of improved stents and all the other things, we are able to offer multivessel stenting even in difficult anatomy subsets. Thank you.